So today's the day you're gonna get that Malort in you.
I think I'm gonna get a sample of Malort.
You might want to bring something to rinse that out, brother. Because once you taste it, that's all you'll taste. Get a something sweet, a soda or a piece of candy, something. God damn, dude. I couldn't be drunk enough for that to not matter. There's just no goddamn way. It's so bad. That's like saying I got drunk enough that I didn't care that somebody stuck part of a hatchet in my butthole. Ooh. I didn't say the whole hatchet.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to Rock and Roll, the podcast, featuring Dr. Nick Redbone, Tom Nelson, and me, Johnson. Today's show brought to you in part by
Power Plant Car, Audio, and Accessories on Kimberly Road, Twin Falls. The website, powerplantweb.com.
Episode 30.
Dirty 30.
The Dirty 30.
Look at that.
Hey, man. Look, we've added something to our set.
What is that?
Good. I brought this is urine. This is a small jar of a small bottle of my own urine. No, this is Trace Flores. Yeah. Trace Flores. This is
that his urine?
Trace Flores, 3 flowers. We discovered that they sold it at I think Winco.
Winco, yeah.
And I spent $2.50 for it. It's like an old man hair tonic. Mm-hmm. And it's so greasy that the label actually slid off.
Oh, awesome.
And the cool thing is, we can smell like a Mexican grandfather.
I was going to say, I want to smell this stuff.
You'll smell like a Mexican grandfather. Good. And I was thinking right now, why not? Let's just enjoy a little bit of Trace Flores among friends. Now, I put it in my beard because I don't have any hair. Brock has both options. He has a beard and hair. And then, Tommy, you've got a spicy little mustache, but you do have a luxurious head of hair that I have not noticed thinning. And I'll say that and lie.
Did you just refer to it as a spicy little mustache?
Yeah, I think so. Well, look at it. It's
a spicy
little mustache.
He's got that little Cesar Romero mustache.
Remember, Tom Nelson and his mustache.
Spicy.
And now our hands, of course, are very shiny and greasy.
But how smells so nice.
We all smell like Mexican grandfathers.
Yes. Now the podcast can begin.
Absolutely. Hold on. Let me just figure out where I'm going to rub this. For those of you not watching, I'm just going to rub it on my tattoos because it's very, very oily.
See, I put some behind my ear.
Did you?
Like
yeah, because you couldn't. Did you put it on your spicy little mustache?
Oh, I thought you were going to say something else.
Did you put any of it in your hair, Tommy?
It's right here. I got right here.
You did mustache it.
Right there.
You did mustache. Okay. Yeah, so there we go. The show not brought to you by Trace Flores. I had to pay full price for that. Boy, we
$2.29.
Yeah, absolutely. I paid retail.
Broke the bank.
Well, I am in radio, and they don't give out raises. My friends, this episode, another suggestion from my 16-year-old rocker daughter. She actually produced a whole list of ideas for us. Mm-hmm. So we're going to be choosing from that one. Today's episode is about the great live performances. Now, I kind of thought this one we can kind of go where we want to on this one because it could be live shows that we've seen. It could be great live bands just in general. It could be legendary concerts, that have come and gone. It could be legendary sets that, that have actually been documented. Sure. Live albums. I mean, and who's kidding who? We're going to stay on topic for probably all of 10 minutes as it is.
I'm going 5. This is episode 30. We have an egg and a Jepsons Malort to get through today.
We got a lot.
Are we doing?
I don't know if we're going to do both.
Yeah, I was going to say that. I don't want you to get
You are sitting
sick.
very close to me.
Mm-hmm. Is that what it is? We're just trying to avoid. You were thinking that because you don't want to get puked on.
Yeah.
Okay. Because see, I was ready for you to go all the way with both, mostly because Brock is sitting between the two of us. If you puke, Tommy, it doesn't hit me at all. You know what I mean? So it becomes not my problem.
Yeah. It's not my problem.
Yeah. No, I think to start this off, we should talk about maybe tell me about a great show that you went and saw where the performance was absolutely worth the ticket price, where it was, even if we got a freebie, because we get freebies sometimes, but absolutely worth the effort to get there, the money spent to enjoy the show. Tell me about a great concert you saw live.
Okay.
In the microphone.
pre-driver's license.
Okay.
My friend Phil and I were in the great state of Jamestown, North Dakota.
Jimtown.
Yep, and Green Day was playing Milwaukee.
Really?
And somehow we convinced our parents, we're probably 15 at the time, maybe 16. We convinced our parents to let us get on a Greyhound bus with no hotel accommodations established whatsoever.
Oh, good.
Under the age of 18 to go see Green Day in Milwaukee.
Okay.
It was about an 18-hour bus ride there. We met somebody at the show who happened to know me through the Green Day World thing.
Okay.
Whose parents got us a room at the Ambassador Hotel downtown Milwaukee. It's as classy as you think.
Okay, but the show itself was
The show was one of the greatest moments of my life.
That's like a movie treatment you've got going on there, you know?
Yeah, like one
Almost
night
famous or something.
One night in Milwaukee.
Yep.
The Brock Johnson story.
Yep. They wouldn't sell cigarettes to a minor.
And you didn't need cigarettes anyway. Remember, kids, don't smoke.
Yeah. No, it was like 12. I think the crowd was huge. It was like a 12,000 capacity venue.
Okay.
It was at the Eagles Ballroom.
Okay.
And the cool part about that venue is that I think there may have been some balcony, but for the most part, everybody's on the floor.
Okay.
And it was a pit that got to, back in the day when I wouldn't give myself a heart attack in a mosh pit, it got so full, the floor got so full that when people got excited because the band was about to come out, and you know how there's that weird push from the back?
Yep.
So this one didn't push from the back, it pushed from the side. And you would end up leaning like this.
Oh, man.
But you wouldn't fall over because all 12,000 people, and then it would come back this way.
Because you're all packed in together.
Yeah, and it was the first full Green Day set that I'd seen. I'd seen them at the Warped Tour a couple of years before that. Them and the Get Up Kids absolutely blew us away, and just the whole experience.
Yeah.
Trying not to get killed in downtown Milwaukee as a
It sounds
16-year-old.
cool, though, man.
And isn't that part of it? Like almost like the adventure of getting there and being there and enjoying the whole thing is almost...
That's all part of it.
Yeah. What about you, Tommy? Now, I know that you got to see your favorite band in the universe because we were working together when it happened.
Yes.
You got to see the Rolling Stones.
I did. And that's, I think about a lot of these shows, including the Stone show. I don't think I've ever seen any real turds,
Okay.
And the problem I have is I don't remember a lot of these concerts. I don't know why. But the Stone show was cool because, again, it was part of the whole trek. Now, at the time, we were airing Nights with Alice Cooper, syndicated show. We had a station vehicle tricked out as Alice Cooper.
Right, okay.
It was the Stealth. It was a Dodge Stealth.
Yeah.
So here I am. I'm going to see my most favorite band in the world in Boise in an Alice Cooper decked out car. His head's on the thing. The logo for the show is on the car.
So you're like cool guy.
Cruising up there like a badass, and seeing the show. And the thing I remember about the show is that, I was blown away. I mean, it was a lifelong dream, or pretty close to a lifelong dream, to see these guys. And I was actually just kind of numb. I was like, is this really happening? Sure. And then, and this was just in 2009, I think it was. So I wasn't used to going to shows where you could see them on a big screen, and I caught myself staring at the damn screen.
Right.
It's like, I'm at a live show,
and you're watching TV,
stage, man. Yeah. Look at the stage. But blown away again, like you, Brock. The whole, the whole trek was just a momentous occasion, and the payoff was that show.
That's the adventure. That's the adventure.
What about you, dude?
Did Nights with Alex Cooper get you backstage? Did you have a chance to meet him?
I did not. I did get to meet Alice Cooper, though.
Did you really? I didn't know you met him.
Yeah.
From what I
went to, he's super guy. Likes pizza. A lot of pizza boxes in the bus.
It's okay.
But I've got some pictures. Yeah, it was great. Super guy on his tour bus. That was over in Idaho Falls, I think, a few years ago. But again, went in the Alice Cooper car. That got a lot of head turns at an Alice Cooper show.
Right.
Is that Alice, man? Oh, wait. No, that's, who the hell is that?
Wait a minute. He is little and old. It might be.
He looks better. He looks better with makeup on.
Alice Cooper looks like beef jerky with eyeliner.
And a Lutheran.
Look at how Lutheran Alice Cooper's looking these days.
I'm trying to think. I'm glad that you filled as long as you did, because I can't. I've been to a lot of cool shows, and they've, as we all have. I'm torn between, because I saw Aerosmith in their prime on the Pump Tour, the biggest record they had. They were on top of the world.
Dog.
And Steven Tyler was incredible, but the rest of the band was just sort of there.
Yeah.
Because Steven Tyler is what he is. I saw Motley Crue on the Dr. Feelgood tour when they were on top of the world. Tesla opened in front, bombs, and Tommy Lee mooning the crowd and getting arrested backstage. I saw it.
That was a couple of right place at the right time moments.
It really was. And I saw Slayer when their classic lineup got back together. So we didn't know that it was going to be all four of the originals. We went and saw Slayer open for Judas Priest. Priest was okay. Priest's been doing the same show since '86.
Yeah, just kind of walking through it.
Yeah. Slayer was like a force of nature. The Pit scared the shit out of us. We were like, nah, we're already too drunk. We don't need to be near that. We'll just fall down and die.
If you fall down, just stay down and cover your head.
But I'd have to say, with those counted, and they're phenomenal shows, like you said, right place, right time. I'd have to say Robert Plant, way up in the Rocky Mountains in Telluride. I'm a huge Zeppelin fan. Seeing Robert Plant doing his solo stuff and different interpretations of it, and then blasting through Zeppelin classics, on top of the fact that I was Rocky Mountain High, Colorado.
And seeing
that John Denver's full of shit.
that where you saw in Telluride, where you saw that, the background had to be just as satisfying as what was happening on the stage.
That was it. It was beautiful outside. We were under the lights. There was the lasers, and Plant just gives off this. He's Robert goddamn Plant. What can you say? He's one of the real, true rock gods in the game. So, yeah, it was awesome.
Has anybody seen a show at Red Rocks? Speaking of California or Colorado?
Yeah, on DVD, but I've never actually been there.
I want to go there so bad for a good show.
I want to see a Red Rocks show so bad.
Yeah.
If you'd like to sponsor Rock and Roll the Podcast to go to a show at Red Rocks, any show at all, go ahead and let us know. And you know what you'll get out of the deal? Mostly nothing, but we'll mention your name. Like and subscribe.
Please.
Pretty please. Jeez, we're begging. Please. Please, somebody. Look, we don't get paid any extra for this.
Subscribe.
Please.
Subscribe to the
channel. Please, just.
We'll give you an egg.
So with that said.
Perfect timing.
And that's when Brock made his first walrus noise. Okay, now, can you do me a favor? Can you please drop a walrus onto the green screen?
Sure.
Please,
why not?
For the love of God, just give us a little bit of walrus.
Just a little walrus.
Brock is the walrus. It's not Paul or John.
And Tommy's the Eggman.
See how it all comes together?
Look at that. It was a Beatles thing. Oh my God, maybe Paul really is dead.
What? Paul?
No, not Paul. I have no doubt he is.
I got very lost very quickly at whatever just happened there.
Tommy knew what I was doing.
Yes, I
Thanks
did.
for keeping up, Tom.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, so we've talked about what our favorite live shows are, but what are some shows like legendary shows, like the great, things that come to mind for me would be like
Woodstock '94.
Okay, there we go.
Yep.
There we go. Where so many different things happened. So many of the biggest names in the whole business were up on stage, and they all carried their weight.
Yep.
Because isn't that the kicker? Especially if it's going to be a festival and you're going to call that a great show. Everybody has to kind of kick their own.
Well, I think that
ass.
competitiveness kicks in too. It's like,
Guaranteed.
Unless you're too wasted, but
Sure.
that's part of it too. Yeah. So I think those big festivals, when they do have them, usually are pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever been to one of the big festivals or caught one or in?
Biggest one I did was Rock on the Range.
That's right. You went a couple years back.
40-some thousand people. It was big.
Wow.
It was a 3-day festival.
Okay.
And one of the cool experiences of all time.
Because you got all sorts of meet and greets and stuff behind that too. Yeah.
We got to go into the media tent and hang out, and ended up. We hooked up with a record label dude who works for the station, and there was about 8 other different stations who he was working with, and so we all just kind of ended up at the same hotel together.
Yeah.
In the morning you'd go and look at the schedule of events and who's coming through the press tent,
right?
And then you could kind of map your day around it. And then after the show, and what was huge about that was that the first night, which was a Thursday, and it's I think they call it Mapfer Stadium in Columbus, Ohio. Thursday night, the headliner was supposed to be Soundgarden.
Oh, that's
It was
right.
Thursday morning that we all found out that Chris Cornell had offed himself. So they had
geez.
all of these bands that were playing the festival where Soundgarden was supposed to play the show, did these incredible like Soundgarden tributes. And I remember that was the first time that I looked at Taylor Momsen from The Pretty Reckless as like, holy shit, she is a legitimate artist.
Yeah.
Because before that, we knew that she was, Cindy Lou Who, and she was the hot chick in a rock band.
Yeah.
But then when you saw what she did on stage, it was like, oh my God.
Yeah, she's not a celebrity slumming in a rock band. She's a rocker.
She's rocker.
That's what she does. Yeah.
That was cool. That was the biggest one that I've been to.
Wow.
Going back once again to that Blues and Brews show that I saw at Telluride, not only did I see Robert Plant, he was the headliner. We saw 2 nights worth of that festival out of the 3. But I saw all sorts of different bands that I picked up on. Marcus King Band. If you've never checked out the Marcus King Band, absolutely. It was one of those where every band on stage, they weren't huge names, but they absolutely kicked ass. And the energy was a constant thing. I mean, it was very much a hippie festival. What was left of the Grateful Dead's fan base are still following these jam shows around. So there was literally a guy that looked like he was about 75. He slept in the back of his pickup. He had a camper shell on his pickup. He slept out of it, and he would sell Magic Rice Krispie treats. No, he was selling Magic cookies with the little jam circle in the middle.
Yeah.
For $5 a piece.
See, that's a man who never left age 21.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Everywhere he drives, Jerry is his co-pilot.
And I guess that was one of the cooler things about Rock on the Range, too, is that just the amount of people who were all there. The headliner on Sunday was Metallica.
Okay, gee whiz.
Little rock band called Metallica.
Yeah.
And being in a stadium with 50,000 other Metallica fans, or however many people there were, there's just something magical about that. There's just something magical about being with that many people, and we're all just screaming at the top of our lungs to every song the band plays.
Yeah, for sure. You ever gone into the big festival shows, Tommy?
Not a really big festival. No, I was trying to think while you guys were talking, and the only way I came close was, and this was a long time ago. This was like part of a school trip, I think. In junior high, we saw like this old school review as part of the Iowa State Fair, and we saw Chubby Checker.
Oh, wow.
Johnny Rivers, Secret Agent Man.
Yeah.
Some of these cats, who were even old for me at that time.
So you were in junior high.
Yeah.
Didn't Rutherford B. Hayes open that show? President Rutherford B. Hayes? Were you there? Okay. Could we get some Rutherford B. Hayes? I want to be. Here's my thing, Brock. I want us to be the first rock and roll podcast ever to have Rutherford B. Hayes imagery as part of our, I need him here.
Yeah, you bet.
You know what I mean? What if he became a recurring character?
Look, you don't see it yet, but he's already behind us.
The magic of the internet, the magic of Brock Johnson, the magic of Rutherford B. Hayes.
I'm feeling very patriotic all of a sudden. Oh, wait, no, it's gas. I'm sorry.
There was, God, I've been gassy since yesterday. Thanks.
Oh, wow. Are you guys
explode yesterday?
Are we going to get, who's going to, whoa, what are you doing?
No, I'm just.
I saw the
Are you
link.
okay?
Were you going for cover, or were you going for a one sneak?
Oh, the one sneak cheek?
Yeah.
No, I'm going for cover.
All right.
There was
okay, good. Just keep him there.
There was a time where we were going to the Vans Warped Tour in Minneapolis, and it was in Somerset, Wisconsin, which is just outside of Minneapolis, and they have just a big park. And as we're walking, I think it's called Float Right Park, and as we're walking up to the Warped Tour, we start seeing all these signs for Ozfest, and we're like, God damn, are we at the wrong festival? So what had happened is that Ozfest and the Warped Tour and this other punk rock tour that was like Sum 41 and No Doubt and a couple of others happened to be in Minneapolis on the same day at the same time, and instead of splitting them up and competing, Ozfest and the Warped Tour said, let's just do it together.
Wow.
And so you had Ozzy Osbourne on this side, and then you had the Misfits playing over here.
Oh my God.
It was insane.
Wow.
That was probably cooler than Rock on the Range.
That's just
what a mix.
Chaos. Man.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I love about a big, nasty rock and roll show. There's always a little element of danger, man. You might get punched. You might
Probably not.
Probably not.
Probably just get high.
You will get high if you go with us. Like and subscribe. Love ya. Hey. That's what I like, that element of chaos. There's things could get,
things could happen.
It's just too big, but that's what makes it awesome.
Absolutely agreed.
What about the very first live show you ever thought? I thought that'd be interesting because I'm really old, and the one I remember, again, a school trip. You ready for this?
Ready.
Neil Sadaka.
Oh my God! You saw Neil Sadaka.
Laughter in the Rain.
Yeah. So what year was this?
Oh, this would have been 73, maybe.
Wow, that's the year I was born, Tom.
Hey, thank you. I was 110 then.
Like and subscribe, because Tommy might die if you don't.
Did you and Rutherford road trip that one together too?
We did.
Tommy and Rutherford
We saddled up. It was Smokey, the roadie horse. Oh, Smokey, he's a good one.
Smokey, the horse that roadied for bands.
And Rutherford behaves.
Smokey was Rutherford B.A.
Smokey got around.
Smokey was also the chief of staff for the Rutherford B. Hayes administration. Jesus. My first one is kind of corny, to be honest with you. The first live show I think I went with my cousins Matt and Jack. I think my brother might have been with us too, and it was when they still lived under Mom's roof. So they were going to, the only music they got in the house was Christian rock.
Yeah.
So I went and saw White Cross with them at O'Leary in Twin Falls.
Wow.
And they're in their auditorium. And I remember the guitar player he had like the Phil Collins mullet, where like he was balding on top, almost gone, but still had the long, and it was crimped or curled or something. Mullet. But this son of a bitch could play guitar. Yeah. And afterwards they do the meet and greet. I remember it was when there was the big, it was like a San Francisco earthquake. It was the big end of the 80s earthquake. It happened the same day as the show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And they talked about how they're on stage, right? And look, if anybody of faith, I am not making fun of them. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying this was the situation. The power went out during their show. So the drummer took a little bit of a drum solo. And then they said, our power went out, and something happened in San Francisco today too. It just sounds to me like maybe the beast is out for a walk. Pray him away. And then we all had to stop and say a prayer in the middle of the show.
Wow.
And we did.
None of that maybe would have happened if Jesus would have opened for White Cross.
See, now imagine that.
Which he should have.
Now their lead singer was a little bit, maybe kind of, but he didn't have an Aramaic accent when he sang, so I don't know for sure.
And he didn't wear Tres Flores
And
either.
he did not wear Tres Flores. And you know what? He had nothing to do with Power Plant. Power Plant!
Power Plant! Power Plant! Power Plant!
God damn it, why don't you clap?
Because that's a terrible place for a clap.
God, it's so good, and you're the drummer of the group. If we were a power trio, if we were Rush, you'd be Neil Peart, and you suck at it.
I'm sorry, I'm not going to clap in that jingle. God. That jingle's an abomination.
You're an abomination.
True.
Sorry, Blaine.
Sorry, Blaine. Two of us wanted to play ball.
On this episode, switching gears completely.
Absolutely.
When do we get the Jepsons Malort?
You ready to go, Jepsons
I am
Malort?
ready at any moment. In fact, I just had a rumbly in my tumbly. I think that's almost
perfect
a sign.
timing.
Ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed it during episode, did we tease it in 28? I think we teased it in 28.
Oh, at least once, yeah.
28 and 29.
Yeah.
This is Jepsons Malort. It was a gift given to me by a listener. I think I was at a stand-up show and they gave me a bottle. This stuff is terrible. It's
wormwood.
Is that the flavoring?
I was explaining this because Rick, who is a good friend of mine and watches the podcast, was asking about that. And I had to look it up because I remembered there was a specific botanical that is the model of that flavor.
Yeah.
It's wormwood.
Okay, now, this is so Chicago. The Chicago city flag is actually on the label of the bottle. This stuff, I swear to God, it was made as a joke. It is the worst tasting liquor I've ever tasted.
Wormwood.
Yeah.
And that sounds like a sounds like a venue. Now appearing
Live at the Wormwood.
Slayer at Wormwood.
Live at the Wormwood. One of the guys that might have been in Steely Dan for a minute.
What? How strong is it?
It says that it's 35 proof. It's 70 proof. It's 75.
Okay.
It's 70 proof, 35% alcohol by volume. This stuff is awful.
And it looks
both
like
tasted
urine.
it, and now, ladies and gentlemen, our friend Tom Nelson will have his first taste of Jepsons Malort.
Be good to me.
It's not gonna be.
No, there's nothing good about that.
God, here he goes.
I just sniff it first.
Take a big old hork. There you go.
A big old what?
Big old hork.
Did you bring something
Hork.
to wash
H-O-R-K.
that down with?
I've got a little bit of the agua, and nothing goes along with more like a Kit Kat and also a crackle.
You're chasing with bite-sized candy bars?
And that won't help.
And an outdated crackle because it's got Christmas shit on it.
That's why they show up here.
But we appreciate
Well,
it, man.
expired candy. It's still candy.
It's still
Christmas
candy, man.
shit crackle.
Now at the Wormwood.
Here we go. Tommy, you just gonna.
It smells like Dawn dishwashing liquid.
It doesn't taste as good.
Nope. Come on. Here we go. Here we go.
Here's looking up your old address.
You want a countdown?
Nah.
All right, there he goes.
Here we go.
You don't need no countdown. He knew Rutherford.
Oh, he took a good one, too.
Oh, God damn. You went big. Whoa. Oh, yeah.
There it is.
There it is. It's on.
It's like shit.
Yeah, it really does.
It really does.
It's so bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
the
not-
wormwood.
there's no depth of flavor to it.
No.
It's just like somebody pissed in some isopropyl alcohol.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like somebody. It's
Oh,
like,
God.
It's like somebody painted your tongue. Oh, that's. Woo! Yeah. No. Take it out of the wrapper. Eat the candy out of the wrapper.
With the wrapper. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen. Now
It doesn't stop fighting you for a while.
Now you know why we're not doing it.
I think the Trace Malorts would taste better than that
I
stuff.
guarantee it. I can't imagine much that wouldn't taste better than Jepsons Malort.
Now, are you ready for the egg?
Let's do that in 31.
Saving the egg for a later episode. By the way, can we get an update on the egg? Has that crack on the back gotten bigger?
I think it has.
No offense.
Okay. I was talking about the egg.
Oh, I'm sorry. And there it goes. We just went off the rails.
Ooh, doggy. How good was that, huh?
Where did this come from?
That's the monkey.
Oh, that's right.
That
from your girlfriend.
From 2 episodes ago. Yeah.
Shot the monkey.
Whoa, Peter Gabriel reference.
Well, we had Phil Collins, so
We've had Phil Collins. Now we've had 2 Genesis references, really total.
Yep.
Rutherford B. Hayes, a walrus earlier in the show. Yeah. If there was a dollar, if there was a money amount, what do you think Rutherford B. Hayes would be on? You know what I mean? Like a $7 bill. No, wait, it has to be less than Lincoln. And it can't be.
Say like a 3.
Nah, but 3 was always the Clinton joke. He was always going to be on the 3. What about like
1.5 cents.
$2.89? Like there's a paper bill. It's $2.89 and it's Rutherford B. Hayes.
$3.80. A Rutherford B. Hayes.
Oh, I don't even know where Rutherford B. Hayes. Where Rutherford?
What?
Rutherford
I was
B.
the one that had
Hayes.
the Malort.
Hey, say Rutherford B. Hayes 10 times fast.
How about no?
Where does he fall into the history? Is he post Lincoln? He's post Lincoln, right? Or is he before Lincoln?
I'm not really. You guys are looking at me like I know. Yeah.
Grandpa?
Well, as I recall, after I voted for him in 1849.
If we're asking about a president before Woodrow Wilson, of course we're going to look at Tom. Remember, Tom Nelson, he knew Rutherford B. Hayes. Like and subscribe. So, you know what?
I knew Rutherford B. Hayes, and you're no Rutherford B. Hayes. Little political thing there.
So I was like the one live show I wanted to get to before it all fell apart, and we never got to it.
Which one?
In my opinion,
Live Aid?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I beat you to it.
The greatest live set ever performed, in my humble opinion, rock bands.
Queen?
Yeah.
Live Aid. They were on stage for 19 minutes.
And in between Bowie and somebody else that was flaming hot at the time.
Yeah.
And they were coming off a kind of a slouchy end of 70s thing, you know?
Yeah, they were, Queen was kind of, they were, Freddie may have already been sick, may have already known it. The band had kind of lost momentum.
Wouldn't have guessed it, though.
No.
Right.
He just kills it. When you see a guy, Wembley Stadium seats like 80,000 people.
Yeah.
It was huge. And Freddie has them in the palm of his hand. They'll do everything he tells them to do. When he does his sing-along thing, the da-da-da-da-da, and gets them all to sing along, every note, they're right there with him. And if you see the footage of them doing Radio Gaga, he's doing the clap, the hand clap thing. There's a camera shot behind him singing, and the crowd all with their hands up in the air doing the clap. It's unreal.
Yeah.
It looks like the ocean is singing back to him.
When he took the stage, he commanded the crowd.
And
he owned it.
And that was a show where I think Led Zeppelin reunited. U2 was handed instruments by the police, handing like passing the torch. I mean, it was huge.
I think that's who they played in between, if I remember, was U2 and David Bowie.
Yeah, and
insane.
And nobody had anything to talk about but Queen and Live Aid.
Yeah. I think, didn't Rutherford B. Hayes MC that event?
He got around, and of course on Smokey, the roadie horse.
Smokey, the horse that liked to roadie for bands. Chief of staff for the Rutherford B. Hayes administration.
Chief of staff.
Oh, man. He was really good when he had to deal with the Ottoman Empire. That was a little geographical humor for you to prove that we're not just stupid. We're also stupid historically.
We're incredibly stupid.
We're not just stupid. We're incredibly stupid.
Single live performance. Another one. Going back.
Okay.
Hendrix. Spangled Banner. Woodstock.
Oh, yeah. And you know
his set got rained out. He went up there anyway. And
the show. What's his name? The guy that sang for the band. The drummer for the band. God, why am I going to forget his name now?
Levon Helm?
Absolutely favorites. Huh? What was that?
Who?
The lead singer or the drummer for the band. One of the lead singers for the band.
Levon Helm.
The band. Levon Helm. Thank you. What band?
The band. What band?
Had to be the young guy to ask.
There's a comedy routine right there. Abbott Costello.
Levon Helm tells the story about he was on the elevator with Jimi Hendrix. Went right as Hendrix found out he wasn't going to get on stage until sunup. And to quote Levon, and boy, was he pissed. Because by the time he got on stage, people were just waking up. I mean, the sun had just come up.
Yeah.
And what does he do? He plays the Star Spangled Banner and changes electric guitar forever and goes straight into Purple Haze. He just slayed it, and allegedly tripping balls on acid as he did.
Well, of course.
Congratulations, Jimmy.
He ran into the Grateful Dead dude with the funky cookies.
Hey,
$5, man.
Yeah.
That's a good cookie.
How do you like my tie-dye shirt? I got it from Wavy Gravy.
Country Joe and the Fish killed it. Hey, do you think we did it? I mean, I think we covered a lot.
I think we were more on point on this one.
Yeah.
Malort withstanding.
Can you still taste it? Brock. Can you still taste the Malort?
I know I taste Malort and Kit Kat.
Now that's a combination.
Just wait until you burp that up.
Oh God,
it's gonna feel and smell awesome.
Oh God.
But the great thing is, now you're enhanced by the power of wormwood.
That's right.
You know what? I think that is it. We want to thank our sponsor, the amazing Power Plant, powerplantweb.com. Yeah. Without them, we'd still probably do the show because we have a lot of fun doing this. But because of them, somebody other than us is getting paid. And of course, we want to thank. I want to thank Tom and I want to thank Brock.
Love you.
Love you.
Oh, I'm getting. I was going to say moist, but that would be the wrong. My eyes are getting moist.
And on that note,
here we go.
Hello. Brock's going to take
We
a
got a
call.
call.
What is it?
No, God, it's Blaine again. You
Is
fix
it
it.
Blaine? Oh,
Blaine?
please, don't let him cancel. Don't let him cancel.
Yeah. What's up, man? Yeah. Oh no! Don't ever buy the Malort. You don't ever want to buy that shit. That stuff is awful. You know what? I'm gonna go home and clean some parts with it. That's what I'm doing. But you know what? If you hang in there, we'll give you extra love next time. Sugar. Huh?
Thank you, Blaine.
Thanks, Blaine.
Thank you.
He loves you guys.
Oh, thanks, Blaine. Until the next time, my name's Dr. Nick. That's Brock Johnson. That's Tom Nelson. Peace, love, and rock and roll. We're out of here. Oh, we didn't do the freeze frame. Damn it.
It's never too late. Freeze frame.
Do it again. Peace, love, and rock and roll. We're out of here.